Hi, and welcome to the Porous Body, Cultivating Malleability in Traditional Dance Training. My name is Laberge-Côté, and I am Assistant Professor at the School of Performance at Ryerson University in Toronto, Canada, and a board member of Healthy Dancer Canada. Over the past 40 years, the dance sector has seen significant funding cuts, rendering previously successful companies unsustainable. As a result of this new economic climate, full-time company dancers have become rarities and have been replaced by freelancers. These independent contractors are often involved in several projects at the same time, moving from one creative environment to the next. With the rise of a nomadic freelance system, it's essential for contemporary dancers to develop and maintain high adaptive qualities. With this in mind, as a teacher, I ask myself, how can I help as many students as possible gain some of the traditionally required characteristics for a dance career, such as technical proficiency, aesthetic specificity, and discipline, without falling into a rigid or protected mode? I spent some time pondering this question and realized that the answer for me did not reside in the creation of another technique or movement language, but in how I approach pre-existing training methods. It became obvious that what I had to focus on while teaching was the cultivation of malleability. The concept of malleable intelligence has gained popularity in recent years to describe the processes by which intelligence can be increased through alterations in brain plasticity. According to psychologists Blackwell, Tresniewski, and Dweck, the belief that intelligence is malleable rather than fixed or frozen is sufficient to result in greater accomplishments. Dweck also states that praising students for their intelligence can be damaging. She proposes praising them for things they can control, such as effort, rather than things that they cannot. How does this translate to dance? Talking to students about the non-fixity of their minds and bodies is a natural first step. Being conscientious about complimenting students on their effort and progress, as opposed to their talent, facility, or beauty, is another. However, beyond the external environment, what state of mind encourages malleability? What tools can students learn to access this mindset? After pondering these questions, I came up with a philosophical framework I call the Porous Body. This framework focuses on an approach to movement as opposed to the practice of movement itself. Since it is not attached to a specific movement vocabulary, aesthetic, or series of exercises, this framework can be incorporated into diverse forms of dance training. The Porous Body is inspired by various dance methods and concepts I have encountered to varying degrees throughout my dance career. Borrowing from and adapting the systems of these practitioners, the Porous Body focuses on encouraging focus and the loss of self-consciousness, what psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi calls flow, playfulness and collectivity to cultivate pleasure, empowerment, and belonging, guided mental imagery and metaphor to achieve specific goals while tapping into our creative selves, and paradox and unknowingness, using opposition and discovery as fundamental movement concepts. Considering the nomadic nature of the professional dance scene, it's my hope that the Porous Body can provide a framework for teachers to help students gain technical proficiency, rigor, and discipline while cultivating physical and mental malleability. The system aims to help dancers achieve a state of responsiveness, openness, and vulnerability. Of course, I continue to refine this approach through continuous practice and experimentation. However, here are a few ideas for teachers I have already identified through my research thus far. The combination of flow, playfulness, imagery, and paradox offers multiple bipoles between which move the energetics of metamorphosis. The daily practice of embodied transformation, paired with a clear sense of self-awareness with community, are probably some of the most valuable tools professional training programs can offer its students today. Not only do they effectively prepare students for a freelance career, but they also teach them about themselves and their value to one another. Thank you.